makes the game more interesting.
But it doesn't, because it's unfair, and they just don't realize it's unfair. They just like, oh, I'm bad. When they're noobs.
He likes the surprise factor.
Ryan, you can bite me.
It's an active game design choice.
That's unfortunate.
And I don't know.
Is the way I would put that. That's an unfortunate one. Alright, so tempo phasing, off and running. We got Grimmy, Squega, Taraka, and Ink in this one.
One thing I just realized with seeded tempo is it's possible to have an impossible seed. And then we'll just be screwed.
Absolutely. Generally, it shouldn't be too bad. We should be okay.
Yeah, that spider in the wall, though, is real tricky. Seeing Squega use a bomb was a very smart play. Phasing adds quite an interesting level to this. I'm a little concerned for Squega now. He's got to kill something real fast. Oh, just barely, with only a 1 beat remaining.
Yeah, I was watching the Dark Freak do some new all characters run, so with the 13 characters instead of the 9, and he hit 0 on tempo twice. It was horrifying.
This is scary. Now we're seeing Inknun's actually got the lead right now with Squega just behind. What's nice about Zone 2 is you start out with those mushrooms, so you always know you can go back to that sort of safe space and kill those mushrooms, so you can get your counter back up, and it's looking bad for Squega. He is in a
This is a nasty spot. Oh boy, this is
Phasing. Oh my god, he's down to half a heart. But he's doing infinite damage with that blood dagger, so that's good news.
Yeah, that is a nice thing. No matter what, you're always doing that infinite damage. So if you can find a weapon
you do
like
double infinite damage when you're at
double
half a
infinite
heart. That's what
damage.
I'm trying to get to.
Look, Elad, you've had the advantage of speaking to Ryan, so I don't know about double infinite damage. I'm sure he's let you on a bunch of secrets.
It's double as effective as single.
It's like having regular infinite damage, but twice as good.
Yep, that's exactly right. Yeah, it's like when you have those arguments with people and they're like, you're wrong times infinity plus 1.
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
like, you're wrong double infinity, right? And then you win. That's it. There's nothing more than double
infinity. You can't come back from that. It's impossible. Like, you've lost the argument. Learn to debate, mate.
Yeah, it's like double dip Stampy's no races. Same thing.
Sure. I'm sure it's exactly like that. There's no doubt in my mind.
I feel like maybe that's a cultural one there. I don't know.
Might be.
I thought maybe, that's something that you'd be privy to, but that might just be Southern Ontario lingo right there.
Not even Ontario as a whole, but specifically Southern Ontario.
Well, I don't want to paint with a broad brush. So.
Of course not, which is why you were so surprised it wasn't an international thing.
That's correct.
All right, so we have got Ink. He's the one kind of leading the charge this time. He's down on a 3-3. Taking a couple of hits from this white one.
Oh no, that was just a blood heal. I thought for a second there he used a holy water or something, but no. Now holy water, that works from within the walls. Is that correct?
I'm not entirely sure. Oh, we're going to see an earth kill here from Ink. Very nicely done.
That 1-1 is particularly bad. Like, Greeny trying to get through there. You have just enough time to get into that boss room. Now, it looks like Taraka's trying to sort of go the long way around, which is fair enough. But scooting through that sort of hallway there between the trap room and the indestructible wall is real tricky. We're seeing Greeny going at it again here, already taking some damage. It's really bad.
Yeah, speaking about damage, we're seeing Ink take a couple of hits here as he's trying to get through this 4-1. Manages to avoid most of the damage, but this is just spooky. I'm so on edge watching these racers.
One thing that's kind of great about tempo phasing is it fixes to a small degree how broken phasing is in Zone 4, because you still have to pop out of the wall and kill stuff.
That's true.
You can't just run to the exit like you do with Coda, say, for example.
Oh, that ring of peace, something Ink is going to want to put down as soon as he gets a chance.
Yeah, it's not great, but I think you're still going to have enough enemies, especially going into Zone 5. Should be okay. I probably would have picked up that Ring of Pain.
Yeah, I think that's probably the better decision. Maybe just wants to take a gamble, give me the easier enemies.
Well, the extra heart container really matters here because you have a lot of sort of health currency to play with when you've got the, like, you're constantly killing things all the time and you've got the blood weapon. So
Absolutely.
maybe that was sort of the plan there. I don't know.
And the scoots through that 4-3, very impressive. Down on a Fortissimo.
Yep. We've got Greemy onto zone 2, and it looks like Squeg onto zone 3.
Yep, some very impressive runs so far. Taraka having a bit of a hard time, but again, it's this zone 1. It's really, really brutal. I think once you get out of there, it's a lot more plain sailing.
Bit of an adventure bat for Greemy there, which is super annoying. Now imagine you could have 2 bats, 2 dire bats, all both adventuring. That would be real annoying. It's a good thing that you can't do that. I think there was some discussion about having like the same, and that wasn't a thing. Wow, Squega finding a blood rapier. That is super strong.
Yeah, really, really nice find. One of the, I think the key weapon is, it seems to be get yourself a blood axe. Super strong.
Blood axe,
you can hit a
so
bunch of enemies. It's a move attack weapon. Squega's gonna have to be careful here though. Getting low on health and low on time.
Yeah, had a bit of a Squega sandwich there between those 2 poltergeists or whatever they're called.
Oh wow, Ink is down onto Conga 5, and we got a bunch of people kind of making their way through this run. Taraka down onto zone 2, just finishing up their boss. Squega on Car Riff here.
Yeah, everybody's on their boss of their respective zones. That was really weird.
We had it paired up with the top 2 going into their boss at the same time, and then the bottom 2 at the same time, which was really nice.
Inknun with the Earth kill there, very nice.
Yep, really nicely done.
And the best thing about tempo is, of course, deep blues.
Of course.
Like, just throw. Okay, I win. Ooh, down goes Taraka, getting stomped on by a Lich in zone 2. Taraka struggling a little. I think that is the furthest Taraka made it so far in this seed. Squega doing some nice work around those orcs in zone 4. Because, you know, zone 4 orcs.
Good old zone 4 orcs.
Oh, man, and there you see it again, Taraka with 1 second remaining getting into that boss room in the 1-1. The 1-1 is really particularly bad, and the seed... Oh, that's an ice slime right next to a blue slime.
That is really confusing.
That's so confusing. And the Arc Dagger pickup for Greemy. What are your thoughts on Arc Dagger for tempo?
I think it's a bit of a hit and miss. The advantages, you know, you're arcing a bunch of enemies, so you're getting them lower health, and maybe you're taking out a bunch of the extraneous ones that would deal chip damage to you otherwise. Flip side is anything that can be knocked back and that has enough health to survive that is going to be that extra tile away from you, which you might not necessarily want.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw that death from Greemy right there, but that was really bad. Had the Crown of Teleportation and got hit by, I think, a violin, and got teleported to the other side of the arena and died because he ran out of beats. If that's not a tempo death, I don't know what is.
Yeah, pretty brutal. So Squega, our furthest runner at the moment, and oh boy, this is not pretty!
Yikes. Gotta get those kills, though. Yeah, it's hard to pop out of the wall in Zone 5. There's just a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Did he hit a boss shrine? Because there was 3 mini-bosses there.
Were there 3 mini-bosses there?
There was definitely
Oh, Lord, there were 3 mini-bosses here!
There was a...
Squega!
Yeah, there was a metronome, there was a dragon, and a minotaur, right?
Squega, the actual madman.
The 3 mini-boss, the dream.
The trifecta. I have a more coarse way of saying that, but not right now.
Yeah, it's like only 4:30 where I'm at, so you know, kids are still awake.
We're not past the watershed yet.
Oh, very nice. So Squega really doing a great job plowing through this seed, and just has to make sure he does not run out of beats. There's plenty of enemies to kill in this King Konga fight.
Yep, and there goes King Konga. So Squega going to be our second finisher here.
Oh yeah, the strength charm, very valuable for tempo. Get that double infinity +1. All right, and there it is. Squega finishing, coming in second. Looks like so far, I think Greemy may have forfeited. So now it's just a flag plant issue. I'm not sure what our time's at, like about 9-10 minutes.
Yeah, 9:27 I have on our clock.
Ooh, now that's an interesting decision. So Taraka's swapping to an axe here. but it's not a blood weapon. Oh, and just getting bailed out by that Minotaur opening the wall with that spider. He was out of beats. If it took one more beat there, he would have died. So he's lucky that the Minotaur opened the wall like it did.
Yeah, getting really lucky there. Taraka's actually found what is nearly an ideal weapon for tempo. Those axes really, really strong. You do want a blood axe just for the regen, but base axe really saving his skin here more than once.
Yeah, lack of health regen is a bit of an ish. And there's that earth spell that we saw Inknan use on King Konga at the end of the run.
Oh no, Taraka going down, jumping out of the wall from earth, and getting hit by that goblin.
Oh, I am way behind, but yeah, that was, what a disaster of a situation there. Unsurprisingly, I'm way behind. My internet is quite terrible. You died. Whoa, that was weird.
Yeah, that was like the good old days where you would drag a window on your computer and there would just be 30 billion copies of it.
See you later, Spooty. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the host as well. How good is Earth Spell with phasing? I mean, you can build little bridges for yourself. Just keep yourself in the wall always. You could do always in the wall %. That would not work. All right, so what's happening now? Is
So it looks
Greeny
like
now decided to unforfeit?
I think so. Has seen a forfeit from Taraka and wants to give it maybe just that one last try just to see. Let's have a look here. No, Grimmy going to forfeit as well. So our standings for that one, I'll just get confirmation, but I believe it's Ink, Squega, Taraka, and then Grimmy. Yeah, Taraka getting to 3-1 and Grimmy getting to 2-4. So GG's to all of our racers. Let's get the next batch lined up. So Taraka going to be going again, Ink going again. We have Maya
and Lancer.
Yep, Maya and Lancer.
All right, let me set that up. Oh, you have a Mac SG link.
I do. I kindly requested for that
like
to be
a
popped
sucker.
in.
Yeah, all right, that's good.